Good morning, Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast. And in Magic's nearly 30-year history, we've created all kinds of wild items and accessories. And today, we're gonna go inside my closet as I show you 5 that you've probably never seen before in your life. To make this even a little more challenging on me, all of these are things that I had to have before I started working at Wizards. It'd be too easy after Wizards. I'd have playtest cards and all kinds of other stuff. No. These are all things that predate my Wizards days. Let's take a look. Number 1. Many years ago, there was a tournament series that awarded scholarship money. It was originally called the Junior Super Series and then later on the Magic Scholarship Series. I played in a lot of these events. In fact, I paid for a lot of my college education through the money I won from them. And there were all kinds of cool little things they would give away to the people playing that were themed around college or college preparation. And one of my favorites was this portfolio. It's a great little leather portfolio you can use to store things that you need as you're going to school. It's got a great cover, you open it up, and there's a little notepad inside, area to store all your stuff, a place to hold your pen, and then inside of this is actually another portfolio. It's a more papery cardstock one. This is what you were given if you didn't end up winning the event. But the cool kids like me that won got the one that said champion on the front. Number 2. All right, so it's the late 90s and you're Wizards of the Coast. You want to show off how cool your game is, but streaming isn't really a thing yet. How are you gonna do it? Well, one thing you could do is release a VHS of the 1998 National Championships, the US National Championships to be specific. This video contains the National Championship and all the way through the finals. Now it's still plastic, it's still sealed. I've never actually opened this. As the back will tell you, it features 60 minutes of top flight tournament action, including the battle for the top 8, the finals, and an interview with the top 8 and other well-known players like Mike Long and John Finkel. Plus all kinds of great commentary and play-by-play too. It'd be a blast to actually watch for some time. I don't have a VHS player though. Anyone out there got one? Number 3, I hope you're ready for some mac and cheese because that was the playtest name of this product that you have probably never heard of. The Mirrodin Pure versus New Phyrexia dual decks. These were Magic Online only, and they were created by user submission. A contest was run by people sending in their designs for what the 2 dual decks would be, and then a winner would be selected, and their decks would go on to be featured in the product with some tweaks. Hey, I never said this had to be a physical product, and yes, I do own it on Magic Online. It even had its own expansion symbol. But it was pretty limited release and didn't ultimately do that well, so most people have never even heard of it. It was just a fun little contest. A contest that I happened to win. That's right, I was the external designer who sent in the winning submission. Before I came to Wizards, I was already designing Wizards products. So fun little Gavin trivia for you there. And it's actually been a long-standing part of my Wizards career. When I got there, I was handed this deck box full of the decks they used to play test it. And at one point, we all had deck boxes made for us with the symbol on it of our choosing. And my choice, the Mirrodin Pure versus New Phyrexia dual deck expansion symbol, baby. Number 4. Nowadays, playmats are everywhere, but that wasn't always the case. There was a time where there were only a few people making playmats and they were kind of hard to find. And the default you would find anywhere is the Battlegrounds playmat. It looked kind of like this. You might have seen them around with some old school players. But this wasn't officially made by us, so it's not what I want to show off, although it is pretty cool. What I actually want to show off are these PTQ top 8 pins. Back in the day, after you made top 8 of a Pro Tour qualifier, you were given one of these pins. And what was on them would change from year to year, but they were just a little trinket you would get after top 8ing a PTQ. And at the time, this was kind of a symbol of pride. If you played against somebody who had the PTQ top 8 pin, you knew they were pretty good. In retrospect, this is actually kind of a silly, narcissistic, and a little bit embarrassing thing to have done. I mean, first of all, every time I played a match, I was basically just bragging about how many PTQs I had top 8'd. And second of all, wait a second. If your goal was to win the PTQ because you were good enough, you actually wanted as few pins as possible. Weird. Number 5. Now I'm going to show it to you, and you might not be initially very impressed, but wait for it. So number 5 is this. It's a gigantic copy of the card Mirari. Now, if you've been to a Magic Fest in the past few years, you've probably seen these kinds of cards on prize walls. They were to be given away for the right number of prize tickets, and nowadays they're pretty commonplace. While I own a lot of oversized cards, nearly enough for a full hand, I've got a Jace and a Crucible of Worlds and a Tempered Steel, among others. This one is pretty special, and here's why. I got this at US Nationals, and this is long before these cards were given away all the time. In fact, I'm pretty sure there are fewer than 5 of these in all of existence, and I have one of them. Well, hey, it's the Mirari. It makes all your wishes come true, and well, it's done a lot for me. So what unique Magic stuff do you own? Now I'm curious. Leave a comment below to tell me. And while you're there, it'd be awesome to hear about what you thought about this episode. If you liked it, I've got a closet full of wild stuff I could go dig out, so let me know, I could do another. I'll talk with you again on Friday, and in the meantime, may you unearth plenty of history in your own home. You got this.